Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all of the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today, I have a very special guest on the pod. She's the author of angsty emotional romances, including the Orchid and LA Hearts series. Her newest book, Sworn in Deceit, will mark the start of the Anti-Hero Syndicate. I love that name. Please welcome Victoria Lum.
Hello.
I am so honored to be your first ever podcast appearance.
I'm excited. I mean, I've always wanted to be a podcast, so check the box.
Love it. Okay, so what I like to do with my guests to kind of warm up a little bit, normally when we have more time, we get into the nitty-gritty of what are we reading, what are we watching, what are we listening to.
Yes.
But to save us some time, I just want to know, is there anything in the bookish media pop culture sphere that you are currently hyperfixating on that we just have to talk about immediately?
Ooh, that is so hard. I would say like the adaptations we're seeing.
Yes.
You know, there's so many now. And I watch Heated Rivalry. I'm sure.
Yes. Every time someone's
have.
like Heated Rivalry, I'm like, I found my people. Yes.
I need to watch Bridgerton.
Yes, I do too. I haven't started it yet.
I read all the books, so I'm like, I'm ready.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm like ready. I just need to go and find time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the adaptations that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know I recently started watching Finding Her Edge.
Oh.
It's like a pairs skating young adult, new adult romance.
Yeah.
I got to interview the actual author of it 2 days ago while here at the convention, Jennifer Icapelli. She is wonderful. The show is so amazing. So if you haven't heard of that,
I haven't.
You should go check that one out.
Oh, I mean, I love skating, so.
Yeah. Have
So
you been watching the Winter Olympics?
On and off a little bit, not totally. Time has been a little bit of a stretch these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about your book. So obviously you have a release coming out. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so it is a dark romance series called The Anti-Hero Syndicate. And as you can guess, it's about morally gray men and women. And they're going against a group of very powerful billionaires, CEOs, politicians, and just bad guys taking on more bad guys. And each of them are standalone. So the first one is Sworn in Deceit. It's going to be arranged marriage and Touch Her and Die. You have a very unhinged, obsessive hero who's really smart. He's like the strategist. The series is what I call it, a crossover between Peaky Blinders with Phantom of the Opera type of obsession with the Ocean's 11 kind of heist crew type of energy to it. And I would say, like, if you like authors, it would be more like a cross between J.T. Geisinger's, Mafia series, Queens and Monster series, and Sierra Simone's type of gothic, angsty, forbidden edge. And so yeah. So that's coming up March 6th. Excited about it.
That's so awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Phantom of the Opera is like a buzzword for me.
I love it.
Okay, so have you actually seen like the stage musical, or have you only had to go off of like recordings or the movie?
I have seen two separate productions live, and I also saw the London's at Royal Albert Hall, like 25th anniversary production,
oh my gosh.
And also the movie, and I also have the piano score. So yeah, I love that. It's my favorite musical.
Are you big into musical theater, or just specifically like you enjoy Phantom of the Opera?
I love music. The theater piece, I can't act at all. I mean, I really can't. But I enjoy going and like watching shows and all that artsy stuff. It's totally my jam.
Yeah. Okay. So I was stalking your Instagram, as one does.
Yay.
And I saw that in 2025 alone, you amassed a whopping 12.5 million Kindle page reads. Yeah. And you wrote 400,000 new words. Hello? Congratulations, first of all. What all goes into your personal writing and author routine that helps lend to such a successful career?
Well, You know, it is a little bit of this, what I call organized chaos,
Yeah.
to be honest. Just because family and kids and all that. And so it's always busy around the clock. But I think with writing, you just have to find time. Like I used to be, I used to be like, okay, I need a stretch of silence. It needs to be the right environment to start writing. But now I'm like, okay, nope, I have a word count and I need to hit it no matter what happens. Nothing fun until I hit it. So I think part of that is the discipline of kind of having those word count days, I'm what I call plotzer. So I have like an outline that I loosely follow, but I do a lot of research and all of that, that I follow and kind of let the characters take me on side journeys. But yeah, having a plan. And I also set release dates in advance.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword. Some folks are like, well, I get really stressed if I know this book is coming out and I haven't written it yet.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a motivation. I'm like, well, you like it or not, the release date is this date and arcs have to go out on this date. And so you better finish that book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love the term plotzer. I've never heard of it. It's always like, you have to choose plotter or pantser. And I'm like, I guess I'm a plotter. No, I'm a plotzer. Because again, that detailed outline that you follow as much as you can. But I mean, once the characters start to get on the page, they really do move to their own beat. And you just kind of have to follow them along for the ride.
You do. You have to trust them because sometimes I think the things they do, the actions they make, are far better than anything you could have ever planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one book in particular of yours that the characters just like really surprised you and took you on a ride for?
There were quite a few. I'll have to think. Let me see. They totally sidetracked. I think the third book of my Orchid series, When Hearts Surrender, is definitely a little bit of a daring step into a new direction. Of that series, it's the most gothic of that series. So it has kind of like the spooky centuries-old mansion because they're billionaires. There's a family curse. There is a what really happened, who done it type of thing. And when I was writing it, obviously there were some strange deaths that were happening.
Yeah.
And you have to have a cause for them. And I was like, I have an idea. It's kind of out there. I read contemporary romance. Should I try it? I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go for it. So I kind of, it kind of lent its way of kind of spiraling into something different. But, it's a favorite of a lot of folks. And it's really special because I think it was a risk, but it's very creative, and I think people enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you were sitting down to write a book, are you just trying to get the words out on the page, or do you kind of simultaneously draft and edit at the same time?
My first draft is usually, I try not to focus too much on the editing, but I mean, you obviously try to get it right, as you write. But I tell myself you have to get the words on the page before you can edit. So if you're like, it's missing an adjective, I don't know what to put in here, I might just bracket it and say, come back and find a nice, lovely adjective and put in here, right? But it's the word count. I go for the word count. And then the second draft is when I really start scrutinizing every single sentence, every single comma, every single em dash, and just making sure the words are right. It's just extra. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the books that inspire you as a dark romance author of other dark romance author peers that you have?
So, excuse me. I like to call my dark romance as like 50 Shades of Grey. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like for folks who don't read dark romance, they could read my books and they probably would call it dark. but it's acceptable for them. Like, it's not gory or like pitch black. For my dark romance girlies, it'll be like, yeah, no, has dark themes. You know, it kind of hits the spot, but it's not like pitch black. Like, you know, you have to stomach for it type of dark romance. So I have a lot of inspiration, like so many. So, God, like, I think J.T. Geisinger, she has that. I would say her books are kind of dark, but not really dark at the same time. And so I love her stories, and I love how she catches me by surprise. You know, because I'm a very good guesser when I read stuff, and I ruin movies because I'm like, he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, like 5 minutes in, and then my husband would be like,
just clocking him from the start.
Up, stop talking. You know, and then I'll be like, no, he's the bad guy. See, he's the bad guy. So I love it when authors can surprise me. So JT does a great job at surprising me. Other dark romance authors that I really like. God, I mean, H.G. Carlton, obviously.
Yeah.
She does a great job. I love Sierra Simone. Would we call her dark, though? I'm not sure.
Darker, I would say.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like she puts a dark spin on other subgenres in a
yeah,
way.
it's like the vibe, like the atmosphere. Pam Godwin. She writes, like, she really goes for it, and I love her, and she's a really awesome person as well. And she's always like, you know, I don't want to be in a box. She's like, I want to write what I write and just be unique, and that stays with me. So yeah, these authors.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to play a game of this or that. There's no wrong answers. There's only your answers. But I know every author has different preferences, just like every reader does. So, in your personal opinion, would you prefer a standalone or a series?
Is it like a series of interconnected standalones? Or
I love a cheat code. I will accept that if you want.
Well, if that's the case, I like the series of interconnected standalones because I could stay in that world for longer. But each book is a standalone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather binge read or take your time reading a book?
Binge read.
What's the last thing that you've binge read?
Oh, crap. What's the last time?
I know it's like suddenly I don't remember a single book I've read ever.
Enchantra, I think. No.
Oh, Enchantra.
Enchantra, yeah. I think it must be.
Kaylee Smith.
Kaylee Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enchantra and Phantasma. Because
Yes.
I'm trying to go through my physical TBR.
Good for you.
Like many people, I have a huge stack of books that I buy now. And the covers are pretty, so I bought it, right? And I just, you know, once you start, you kind of have to finish.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
No kidding. Books that make you laugh or books that make you cry?
Mood reader.
Ooh,
Mood reader. Stressful days, books that make me laugh. But if you're talking about like books that stay with me, that I remember years later, I'll be like, oh, this book, I recommend it to everybody. Usually tends to be books that make me cry or have some sort of emotional pull to them.
What is that auto-rec book for you that you would recommend to everyone that had that lasting impact?
For me, and the author knows because I gush about it every single time I talk to her, Saffron Kent's Medicine Man. It's one of her earlier books, Doctor Patient, focuses on mental health, and I bawled like a baby while I was reading it.
Okay. Reading with music or in silence?
Silence.
Silence? Okay. And then writing-wise, do you have music on or is that also silent?
Silence.
Really?
The music for me is actually when I get my ideas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for the longest time, I actually took cinematography classes and screenwriting classes because I thought I wanted to be, you know, behind the camera or writing a script because I see things in images and like I see a movie in my head.
Yeah, you storyboard it.
Yeah, and it's usually very random. So like, you know, if I listened to a piece of music that resonated, I would have a whole music video in my head about, the guy meets a girl, this is what happens. And these are the camera angles. Like I would have it all in my mind. And so for the longest time, I thought, oh, I need to be in entertainment and do something with this. That didn't happen. But, still to this day, like when I'm driving, listening to music, I would have scenes of random people in my head. And usually they become books. Yeah, I build around them.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so at the time that we're recording this, we're at LoveLitCon, but by the time it releases, we won't be, and it makes me so sad. To our listeners that are watching this from the future, where can they find you, your books, and are you going into any other upcoming events?
Well, I am going to an event in Southern California next weekend. So another bookish event, a small one at a brewery. But folks can find me at on Instagram at author Victoria Lum. I have a website, victorialum.com. And both of those places you'll find like a whole list of links of everywhere else that I'm, Facebook and BookBub and all that. And my books are on Kindle Unlimited. And paperbacks are everywhere at all the retailers online. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Wordy. And again, my thanks to Victoria Lum for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This is so special. I always love having like a first-time podcast guest on the podcast. So I hope you felt loved, and I hope you feel special. You're wonderful. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at Talk Wordy Pod, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.
Bye.